No one likes a whiner, especially at work. Can you give some examples of whiners?
You're right, nobody likes a whiner. And there's somebody that comes to mind. As soon as you said that, I thought of Debbie. Debbie is somebody that I used to work with, and I can remember a time where I was sitting there at my desk, had a nice steaming hot latte, a lovely hot croissant at my desk, and I'm just diving into my quarterly report, getting ready to create the quarterly report that I was working on at the time. And up comes Debbie, and she starts talking about how she's working long hours, she hasn't had an increase in pay in years, and on and on and on. And all of that might have been true, but I was just finding it counterproductive. And I find things like that really affect the morale of the team.
What is your advice on how to handle whiners?
Well, I can tell you a few things not to do. So if you encounter somebody who's a whiner, number one thing not to do, don't join them in venting. Don't join them in whining. So if you whine with the whiners, then that will only encourage more complaining. So that can be a challenge. And if you try to provide a solution or offer your opinion, that can draw you into the whining process, that complaining process. And you might have the whiners just reject your ideas. There's no such thing as a good idea when you're in that mode of thinking. And they'll come up with more excuses. If they do accept your suggestion, then they're going to blame you if the outcome's bad. So that's one thing not to do. The second thing not to do is don't tell them that their reaction is, or that their feelings are irrational, because whiners aren't really bothered about rationality or inconsistency in their actions. You have to recognize that they're looking for empathy over logic. And the last thing that I would say is don't force them to adopt a problem-solving approach, because if you do that, I mean, the whiner just needs to release their emotions, and they want to be heard. They're really looking for that empathy. So give them a chance to vent, get all that out there, but don't participate in the whining yourself.
Jim, you are so wise.
Oh, thank you.